Welcome to the Comedy MX Classic Comedy Channel. Classic as in Laurel and Hardy, our gang, Buster Keaton, and Charlie Chaplin.
Thank you, boys. Where you be when I need you?
Right here.
Okay.
I told you not to make that last payment.
Laugh Out Loud comedy, as in cartoons, TV shows, features galore, or the campy giant claw. Chuckle and guffaw the night away as you binge watch CMX Classic Comedies.
Say, kids, what time is it? Wow, howdy doody, kids, and howdy, Buffalo Bob. Well, howdy, Mr. Doody, and boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go. Well, you know, boys and girls, another beginning of the week here, and you know we really have plenty to do today. Yeah, our buddy Clarabel is still looking for a job, as you all know. But most of all, remember that exciting phone call, Howdy, that we got from the Bluster brothers? What about that, Howdy Doody? Oh, well, gosh, Buffalo Bob, that phone call that we got on the last show from the Bluster brothers, boy, that's really got me thinking. Oh, it's got you thinking. Me too, Howdy. And you know, the inspector found some sort of a note here from Phineas T. Bluster and from Don Jose Bluster saying that they were off to South America to find about all those strange things that have gone wrong. Now, all you boys and girls in the peanut gallery here, and you kids at home, you kids know that, that 9 things have gone wrong, don't you? Yeah. Do you know that too, little fella? What's your name?
Johnny Hick.
Johnny Hick. Do you know that 9 bad things have gone wrong here in the last couple of days? Yes, sir. Now, you remember the last thing that went wrong. It seems that on our last show, somebody put a trick on the scope doodle saying, this is number 9. This is number 9 on the scope doodle. And, of course, we still haven't been able to figure out just who did it. Oh, gosh, no. Boy, it sure is a mystery. And that phone call, didn't the Bluster brothers say something funny, Buffalo Bob? You know, some sort of a funny-sounding kind of a word? Oh, yeah, Howdy, you're right. Let me see. He said something about a mile a meal. Was it something, a mile a meal, or whatever that means? Oh, gosh, I don't know what it could be either, Buffalo Bob, except, say, maybe the inspector might be able to help us. Say, now, that's a good idea, Howdy. Why don't you call the inspector right now? Okay, fine, boy. Oh, and boy, after all, he's the one who found the note from the Busters, and he's the one who should know something about a mile a meal. I'll call him. Oh, Inspector! Inspector!
Ah, yes, Howdy. Here I am.
Oh, Flub. No, I don't want you, Flub.
Yeah. You don't want me?
No, Flub. No.
He doesn't want me.
Oh, no.
You don't love me anymore.
Oh, no, Flub, Flub, Flub. No,
I
Flub.
gotta go back to South America.
No, Flub, what I mean is... I mean, Flub,
Do you love me?
I love you, Flub, but
No, you don't.
Yes, I do, Flub. Flub, don't you see? I just mean that I don't want you now. You see, I'm trying to talk to the inspector.
Oh.
See?
Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, Howdy, I'll go back inside and see if I can see him. And
Okay.
listen, if you want me again, just call.
All right,
And
I
I'll
will,
come running.
Flub. Okay,
Okay, so long.
Oh, I guess I better go and find the inspector myself. All right, Howdy, go ahead. Good luck. You find him.
And in the meantime, Oh, Clarabelle. Excuse me, kids. Yes, Clarabelle, you're, still looking for a job, huh? Yep. I know you're still looking for a job, Clarabelle. Have you... What? Oh, you mean you're still running ads here in the New York Journal-American? Well, now, that's good sense. And you know, all you boys and girls, Clarabelle is actually supposed to be out of a job as of today. But then, you see what happened. Clarabelle was supposed to be out of the circus at the end of last week. But we couldn't get the Featherman to come here and take Clarabelle's place for another week. So we're letting Clarabelle just stay here at this circus until the Featherman can make it. Of course, she's not getting paid, kids. Clarabelle isn't getting paid. Clarabelle, every time I mention the Featherman, you go crazy. You don't like the Featherman, do you? Oh, Clarabelle, you haven't told me. Did you get any more offers for any jobs? Did you get some more postcards? Well, that's good. I'd like to read some of these cards. Oh, but look, kids. We'll read them later. I see the inspector here, and Howdy are talking together. Look.
Yeah, oh, boy, Howdy.
Oh, boy, yeah, Inspector.
Oh, that special, that phone call, you know, that you got from Mr. Bluster?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, it said something about, what was that?
A mile.
A meal.
A mile a meal. Yeah, that's it. And have you figured out what he meant by that?
No, wait a minute. A mile a meal.
A mile a meal.
Gee, I can't figure it, Howdy. I don't even know what that a mile a meal stuff is. I have no idea.
Gosh, Inspector, I just hope the Bluster brothers get here soon. And look, while we're waiting,
yeah,
maybe Buffalo Bob will show us a movie.
Oh, boy, yeah. Would you,
all right,
Buffalo
yeah,
Bob?
sure, Inspector. Good to see you again, Inspector.
Say, nice to see you too, Buffalo Bob.
You'll be thinking about this a mile a meal, all right?
I'm going to work on it immediately.
Clarabelle, I want to look at your ad today here in the New York Journal-American, and you, meantime, get the scope doodle set, would you please? You know, I certainly hope that Clarabelle gets a job here by the end of the week, kids. Because, you know we're not paying Clarabelle now, don't you? Clarabelle's just staying here, you see, for a while. Right now, kids, we're going to see a very, very cute movie with our three old pals, the Tons of Fun. And I wonder if any of you kids remember what their first names were. Who was it? Bullets? That's right, Bullets. And who else? And Clint, and who else? Vic. Vic and Clinton Bullets, that's right. Well, now, Vic and Clinton Bullets all sleep in the same house. And they have a unique way, a rather unique way in which to awaken. And that is that they have the alarm clock set off this battery charge. And all this tremendous high voltage of power sets their bed a-rockin'. And then the fellas get out of bed. All walk over, put on their hats at the same time, get into their suits, and they're off to work. That's Vic in the front, Clint in the middle, and Bullets. Bullets, he's a real big one, isn't he? So they go out to find their automobile, and the one says, well, where is it? He says, well, I don't know. And just then they see that the junk wagon picked up their automobile. Now, isn't that terrible? The junk man says, all right. He says, if I picked up your automobile, he says, get it off of this heap of junk. And there, sure enough, was their automobile. Now, that mustn't be a very good car if the junk man thought it was junk and put it in the garbage can. You see, when Bullets was 21 years old, he took the $200 that he had saved out of the bank, and he bought this lovely Ford touring car. So now they're off to work. Boy, they're going to be late for work, and sure enough they are, because, kids, here's the boss. And he says, where are those three fellas, that Vic and that Clint and that Bullets? They're always late for work. What's the matter with them? So the fellas park out in front of their office, and they see that there's no parking space, so look what happens. Vic shoves the cars in the front, Bullet shoves the cars in the rear, all back, and then Clint comes right along and shoves the automobile right in the empty parking space. That's a good way, isn't it? Huh? Boy, we'll have to do that. What business is your daddy in, Sonny? In the automobile business? Well, good for him. Does he have a car like the one that Tons of Fun used? He does. Oh, all right, fine. So anyway, the boss, he's just raising Cain because those Tons of Fun are late for work. So the man in the office there, he says, now look, he says, the boss is scolding because you've been late. So he says, take these letters, go to your desks, and quickly stamp them. So the boss walks in the office and he says, well, Vic, why are you late, Vic? And Vic sticks his tongue out at the boss, and the boss, that's a nasty thing to do, you know, to stick your tongue out at anybody. But actually, all Vic was doing was licking a stamp to put it on the envelope, and his tongue happened to still be out. So the boss says, Clint, and Clint's tongue was out at him, too, and he says, Bullets! And Bullet's tongue was also out from licking the envelopes. So the boss says, oh, you fellas. He says, I tell you right now, you work here the rest of the day, and then you are fired, completely fired. So Clint leans on the sponge, and he squirts water all over the boss's face. So the boss says, and you, don't you laugh, you get back to your work, too. So the boss leaves. Says, I want you working hard, and then you're through for the day. So just now, the boss's daughter comes to work. She doesn't actually work here, kid. She just came here to see her daddy because she's having a big party at her house, and she says, Daddy, why are you so cross? And Daddy says, oh, those fellas, that Vic and that Clint and that Bullets, oh, they're the worst fellas I've ever met in my life. They always late for work, they don't work hard, and... Oh, the boss's daughter likes that fella. Let's give him a name. What do we call him?
Jim.
Jim? All right, Jim. He's a fellow who never sends any flowers. So now, the boss's daughter, what do we call her? Let's give her a name. Betty Lou? All right, Betty Lou says to Jim, oh, no, we got to call her Lois, because that's her name. She looks at the invitations, and it says, Miss Lois Grouch requests the pleasure of your company at her kid costume party. Now, you see, Lois, that's the boss's daughter. That's the girl there. Lois is having a party where all the guests are to come dressed up as kids. So what Lois does is to show the fellow in the office. See, she kind of likes him. What's his name again? Oh, yeah, Jim. She kind of likes Jim, and she says, Jim, here's an invitation for you. I want you to come to my kid costume party because we're going to have lots of fun. So now look what happens. A little monkey goes into her purse, and he takes out 3 invitations to the party, comes up to the desk, and he gives Vic and Clint and Bullets all an invitation to the party. So now you watch what happens, kids. They're going to come to this party dressed up as little kids. Oh, we're going to have a lot of fun. And now they're trying to catch the monkey. They want to give him a couple peanuts to thank him for the invitations. So he climbs up on top of the clock, and now up under the chandelier. Oh, I'd like to bet that chandelier is going to fall on one of their heads. I'll bet you it will. And sure enough, the monkey slides down the chandelier and hits Clint right on his poor big old head.
Uh-oh, what's that?
So now Clint gets an idea. He says, I'll get him over the water cooler. Hold still, monkey. Oh, and he hits him and knocks the water cooler all over. The little monkey hides underneath this dolly. So Clint says, you just wait, fellas. I'll get him. He says, now wait. Okay, give it to him. So they're going to sneak in on the monkey, and oh, look what Clint did. He hit Bullets over the head with that fishnet. So he says, take it off. He says, for heaven's sakes, I'm not the monkey.
How do we know?
So watch what happens. Just as he goes to catch the monkey, the dad walks in the office, the big boss, and that Clint broke that pole over his head. And he says, no, this is the end. You're fired, out, through, kaput, finish. So comes the day of the party, and Lois has all her boyfriends and girlfriends over there, and they're having such fun. They're playing, oh, cute little games like drop the beans in the bottle. And do kids have birthday parties?
Yeah!
Let let me see. What kind of games do you have? What's this old fella's name? What's your name, Sonny? What is it? Alan, what kind of games do you play at your birthday party? Pin the tail on the donkey? Do you play that? What else? Blind man's bluff. And what do you play, sweetie? What do you play?
I go to the movies most of the time.
Oh, you go to movies. That's fine. What games do you play, Sonny? Come on over and tell me. What do you play? What is your name first?
This is James.
All right, Rich. And what do you play?
I play Spin the Bottom.
Oh, spin the bottle. Oh, that's a cute game. Lose more bottles that way. That's a cute game. So now I think they're playing blind man's bottle. Or no, what is it? Spin the bottle. Or spin the tail on the donkey. Or no, what is it? Pin the bottle on the tail. Or no,
Pin the tail on the donkey.
pin the tail on the donkey. That's what I was trying to bottle. Or say. So now they're having little games here, playing back and forth. The three boys haven't arrived yet. Vicar, Clinton, Bullets. They're late for everything, including the party. But they'll get here. They'll get here pretty soon.
They'll probably get them.
So they're playing games, and Lois is having fun, and Jim is so cute. Jim has got that little boy suit on, too. I think that's kind of a cute idea where all older people go to a party and dress as little boys and girls. And Lois and Jim evidently are having their own little game of spin the bottle. And just then, they are playing spin the bottle, I think, because I think Jim is supposed to kiss Lois at this point, and they're both a little bit embarrassed. Clarabelle, do you ever kiss girl clowns? Oh, yes. So, sure enough, Jim is supposed to kiss Lois, and Jim's a little embarrassed. He says, oh, shucks, well, I can't do it. Doesn't he, Clarabelle? And while he's standing there, the door opens, and who enters the party but the 3 tons of fun Vic, Clinton, Bullets. So Vic says, go on, Bullets, give her a kiss. And Bullets says, no. Vic, you kiss her. And Vic says, oh, shucks, well, I can't. You, Vic, and Bullets, no. He says, I can't kiss her. Well, kids, I'm afraid that's all we're all going to be able to show you today. But tomorrow we'll be showing you all the rest of what happens at the party, okay?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Well, say, kids, look over there. Look what Howdy Doody has. Oh, yes, sir, kids. It's time for the Big Three Musketeers. Oh, yes, sir. It's that Big Three again, kids. For 3 Musketeers, that wonderful candy bar that breaks into 3 big pieces. Ah, yes, sir, boys and girls. And when you go to your favorite candy counter, this is the candy bar to look for, with the bright wrapper showing the 3 Musketeers. And then, kids, when you start opening the bar, oh, what a delicious treat inside. Yes, sir, because you see, kids, how it breaks into 3 big pieces. 1, 2, 3. And you know, kids, the big 3-in-1 3 Musketeer bar is only a nickel. Yes, sir, how about this little fella right here? Come on, Sonny, you take a nice big bite. That's the way now. Isn't that wonderful? With that fresh milk chocolate and that good-tasting cocoa nougat inside. And you always remember, yes, sir, you remember there are 3 big pieces for 3 times the candy-eating fun. And you know, all you boys and girls in the peanut gallery are going to get a big 3 Musketeer bar right after the show. Oh, yes, sir, kids. Oh, but you know, Buffalo Bob, the Bluster brothers, gosh, those 3 Bluster brothers, they're not here yet, and, well, gosh, I can hardly wait. Boy, you can hardly wait, Howdy. I'm all up in the air, too. I don't know what's delaying those fellas, because they're just... Oh, yes, Clarabelle, what? Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do, kids. Look, while we're waiting for the Bluster brothers to get here, Clarabelle, could I look through some of your letters for different jobs? Now, this is some of the cards here that were sent in to Clarabelle for different jobs. Now, let me see. Richard Kranjak of New York City says, Dear Clarabelle, I think that you should take my place doing the supper dishes. That's a good idea, Clarabelle. You could go over to Richard's house and do the supper dishes. Can you do dishes? Show me how you do dishes. Because I know that lots of boys and girls do help their mommy and daddy with the dishes, and that's a good idea. That's the way, Clarabelle. Now, clean them nice, and that's the way. And I hope that a lot of you boys and girls do the dishes for your mommy. What? There's a buzzer, wasn't it? Clarabelle, someone's at the door. Answer the door, would you please? Because I do hope that lots of you kids do the dishes for your mommies. Do you help your mommies with the dishes?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you do. Clarabelle, there's a buzzer. Someone's at the back. Would you hurry and go and see who it is? Now, I hope that you kids do help your... Clarabelle. What is the matter with you? That's no way to do the dishes. That's no way to do dishes for your mother. What? Clarabelle. Go and answer the door. What's the matter? That's silly. I hope none of you kids ever break dishes when you're helping your mom. Because I know what my mommy would have done to me if I'd have broken it. What have you got here, Clarabelle? 2 telegrams. Well, this is wonderful. Let me see what this says here. Well, this is from Ann and Paul Castle, and they say, this is from Poughkeepsie, New York. It says, you can work on my father's radio station. How would you like to work for a radio station, Clarabelle? Of course, all you could do is honk the horn. But you better look into it, Clarabelle. It might be something. You save that. Let me see what this wire says. Say, this is wonderful. Telegrams and everything. And this is from Barbara Zena. Barbara says, you can be on a quiz program and honk when the people don't answer correctly. Say, there's a good idea. Clarabelle, you could be on a quiz program, and like a master of ceremonies should ask the people questions. If they answer correctly, okay, you don't honk. But if they answer incorrectly, if they give you a wrong answer, then you honk the horn, meaning wrong answer. Let's try it right now, shall we? All right, fine. Let's get somebody from the gallery. How about this little girl right here? All right, now, sweetie, let's pretend that we're on a quiz program. See, what's your name?
Sharon Berger.
All right, Sharon Berger. Now, look, Sharon, how much is 2 and 2?
I don't know because I don't know how to count.
Oh. Well, all right. Now, they're here. Oh, this little girl. All right, how about this little... What's your name, sweetie? All right, Elizabeth, fine. Now, how much is 2 and 2?
4.
2 and 2 is 4. Now, we'll find out from the judge. 2 and 2 is 4. No, Clarabelle. I'm sorry, Elizabeth, I'm sorry. Clarabelle, you weren't supposed to honk. I said only honk if the answer is wrong. 2 and 2 is 4, that's right. Oh, you couldn't even work on a quiz program. Clarabelle, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. Hey, Mr. Bluster must be coming back, kids. Look, kids! Here comes Mr. Bluster! He's back from South America! Well, Mr. Bluster, I'm so glad you made the trip wonderful. I see you back, but where's your brother, Don Jose Bluster?
Oh, my brother. Yes, it's a long story, my boy.
Well, what happened
Of something that we'll go into in a few moments.
Yes?
There are many things that have to come first.
You mean...
I always say, first things first. What do you always say, Buffalo Bob?
Yeah, well, I always say first thing first. Tell me,
Very good.
what happened to
Pardon me while
your...
I stand up and stretch my legs.
Yes, but what happened to your brother? I mean,
Well,
I don't understand, first of all, why you ever went to South America, Mr.
Yes,
Bluster.
well, I'll tell you what it was, my boy.
Yes?
My brother Don Jose and I had a hunch.
Oh, you
we
had a hunch.
had a very good hunch.
Oh, yes.
We thought that we could find out why the 9 things had gone wrong.
Oh.
Yes, you see, my boy, we thought that the 9 things that went wrong
Yes?
had something to do with the lucky left leg of the Lima Llama.
The lucky left leg of the Lima Llama.
Yes, that's what we figured.
Well, I can't believe it.
Ah, well, believe it or not, Buffalo Bob, we were right.
No fooling.
No fooling.
Well, that is a surprise, kids. Mr. Bluster, now let me get this right. You say
Yes.
that all the trouble we've been having here around the circus, those 9 things, is some way connected with the lucky left leg of the Lima Llama.
Right. That's right, my boy. And do you remember the 3 steps? The three steps that we have to do to use the lucky left leg?
Oh, the 3 steps, yeah. Let me see, the 3 things that... You mean the 3 things we had to do before the magic would work?
Right,
Well,
right.
the first thing was that we had to have the leg with us.
Indeed.
And the second thing was that we had to sing an original lucky song.
Right.
And the third step was that we had to do 2 good deeds.
Indeed.
Isn't that right?
Right.
Yeah.
2 good deeds. Well,
1, 2, 3.
from this tablet, this one I brought here. Where's
This tablet?
That I brought on the magic carpet. See it?
Oh, this tablet.
That's the one.
Can you
Now
hand
look
this up?
closely.
Yes?
Look very closely at that tablet.
Yeah?
And we learned from this tablet that if you tap the leg without doing the 3 steps first,
Yeah?
you get bad magic.
Bad magic.
Bad, bad, bad magic.
Well, look at this, kids. Look at this tablet.
Look at that.
You mean that this is a sort of an ancient South American stone, is that the
An
idea?
antique stone, yes,
This
my boy.
writing on.
Yes.
And if this writing is translated, it says that if the lucky song and the 2 good deeds aren't done, then the leg will produce bad magic.
Yes, my boy. Someone, I don't know whom,
Yeah?
but somebody has been tapping that leg without doing the deeds. And that's why the 9 bad things happened.
Well, Inspector, that means only one thing.
I'm Mr. Bluster.
That means... Yes, Mr. Bluster, excuse me. I was just thinking of the inspector because he was looking for
I
you.
know you two have been working out very hard on it.
I know what he would say about this, Mr. Bluster.
Yes.
He'd say that that means it must have been Clarabelle, because Clarabelle is the one who stole the lucky left leg.
Yes, indeed, my
Clarabelle.
boy.
Is this true, Clarabelle? Did you tap the lucky left leg 9 times?
Did you, Clarabelle?
Then you were the cause of the 9 bad things that happened,
Oh,
even though you didn't know it.
Oh, that Clarabelle.
So Clarabelle has been the cause of all this bad magic, and he still won't tell us where the lucky left leg of the Lima Llama is.
Oh, that's right. Oh, but Buffalo Bob, you haven't even heard the worst.
You mean there's more?
Oh, much more. Yes,
What?
my boy. If one more bad thing happens,
Yes?
we're really in trouble.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Mr. Bluster?
I can't explain it to you anymore right now because that part is on the other tablet.
The other tablet?
Yes.
What other tablet?
There is another tablet just like this, and it tells the rest of my story.
Yeah?
In fact, my brother Don Jose has that tablet.
Brother Don Jose. Well, where is he? Where is Don Jose, Mr. Bluster?
Well, my brother is very old, you know, and he is very weak.
Yeah.
Old and weak.
Yes?
And he's not always responsible for his actions.
Yes?
He dropped the other tablet.
What?
It broke. It broke in 4 pieces.
Oh, no.
4 pieces, Buffalo Bob.
No.
4. Isn't that terrible? He's having it fixed right now, though. And he's going to bring it here as soon as he can.
Oh, my heavens.
And then, Buffalo Bob, then, my boy, you must read it.
All right.
You must read it and read it carefully.
Okay, Mr. Bluster.
As carefully as you can. Because there is important news. Important news. Now I must say good night.
All right, good luck. Thanks, Mr. Bluster.
Righto, my boy. Oh, good night.
Can you imagine that, kids? This is part of the tablet that was broken. I certainly hope that Don Jose Bluster has it. Because what? Oh, hiya, Howdy. Did you see Mr. Bluster? Howdy, he's back from South America. Oh, yes! Oh, for heaven's sakes, no, I didn't see him, but about what did he say? Well, Howdy, I can't tell you now what he said, but I'll tell you as soon as I can. But you know what I want to do right now? I want to get all the kids in Clarabelle to sing our 3 Musketeers song. Shall we sing it, kids? Come on, here we go right now. Here we go. Oh, 1, 2, 3, big, big, big. 1, 2, 3, big, big, big. 3 big pieces, it's a candy treat that can't be beat. So let's give 3 big cheers for the big 3 Musketeers. Ah, good, Howdy Doody. Yes, sir, and you know, kids, everybody likes the 3 Musketeers. So you remember, kids, when you want candy, you want the very best and plenty of it. Like the big 3 Musketeer bar. because that's really up there in taste and size. And it costs only a nickel. So look up, kids, because it's up there on top, the Big Three Musketeers.
Oh, boy, Howdy. Gee whiz, that was some news the Bluster brothers brought us, wasn't it?
Oh, gosh, yeah, but he said that the biggest part is yet to come.
I know it.
As soon as Don Jose Buster arrives here with the other part of the South American tablet.
And that's tomorrow.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, boy.
NBC Television.
Howdy doody doody howdy ho 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 ho. Well, howdy doody, kids, and hiya, Mr. Smith. Well, hi there, little howdy doody, and hi, Clarabelle, and look at all the boys and girls there at home. Hi, kids, and kids in the gallery. What time is it?
Howdy doody!
Okay, let's sing it. Kids, and hi, everybody! Hi, howdy doody! Well, hi again, kids, and Mr. Smith, do you think the kids would like to sing my Yell Howdy Doody song with me, and I'll explain the reason why I want to sing a little bit later? All right. Kids, do you know his Yell Howdy Doody song?
Yeah!
He says, when you meet a friend, and then he says, you yell, and what do you say?
Howdy doody!
That's right. Now, let me try that again. He says, you yell, and what do you say? All right, now all the boys and girls at home, you join us in this too. Clarabelle, why don't you stand and tell all the boys and girls here in the gallery when to holler, and all the boys and girls at home. Come on, Howdy, you try it, little fella. Oh, every day you'll meet a friend, but do you know how to greet a friend? Well, if you don't, I'll tell you how. Just yell. Howdy doody. Good. Oh, every day you'll see a pal, but do you know how to be a pal? Well, if you don't, I'll tell you how. Just yell. Howdy doody. Good. Work'll be easy and life'll be breezy. You'll find you can sing like the birds. The day'll be brighter, your heart'll be lighter if you use these magic words. So when a buddy shakes your hand, be sure as soon as he takes your hand, you let him know you'll think he's grand. Just yell. Do-do-dee-do, do-do-dee-do, do-do-do-do, howdy doody do. Good going, howdy doody. And kids, you did that very well. And did you hear all the boys and girls at home, Clarabelle? They did it so loud that I heard some of them way up here. Did you hear them?
Yeah!
I did too. Howdy, I think that's one of the nicest songs that you've ever written. Howdy doody, howdy doody. Well, howdy doody, and you know, Mr. Smith, the reason that I like that song is because it explains a smart, surefire way to make a friend. Like when you see a pal or you meet someone, you give them a big smile and a handshake and you say howdy doody. Now that's a very good thing. You know, very often when I meet people, instead of just saying hello, I like to say, well, howdy doody. It means a lot more than just hello, doesn't it, Howdy? Well, I think it does, Mr. Smith. It means hello, but it means hello better. It means, hello, buddy, how are you? Because you see, howdy doody and how do you do are about the same thing. That's right. For instance, how do you do is what most people say. How do you do? And howdy doody, yeah, there's very little difference. I never thought of that, Howdy. Why, sure, Mr. Smith.
And it's actually a magic word to friendship. I hope all the kids know what friendship really is, Mr. Smith. Well, I think they do. Matter of fact, I could go over and find out about it. Kids, do you all have a lot of friends, I hope?
Yes.
You do? Well, now, what do you think are some of the best ways that you could possibly make a friend? Well, how about this little fella here? If you wanted to make a friend, supposing a brand new boy moved into your neighborhood and he moved right next door to you, and you wanted to make yourself a friend of his. First of all, what is your name?
Richard is.
Hello, Richard. All right, now, how would you make a friend of this new neighbor who moved in? What would you do to try to make a good friend?
Say, let's make friends.
Just say, let's make friends?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, yeah, but you'd have to do a little something more, Rich. Or don't
Give
you?
him something.
You might give him a toy. That would be a wonderful way. Who has another idea? Anybody else here? How about one of our little girls? How about this little girl way over here on the end? Sister, you stand up, please. What's your name?
Ronnie.
All right, Ronnie. Now, Ronnie, if you were going to make a friend of a new little girl who moved in your neighborhood, what would be the first thing you might do?
Well, I'll tell them to come to my house and I'll show them around what all the different things.
Now, there's
So
a
they
very
know what
fine idea.
Everything is.
Yes, you might show them into your home, and you might introduce them to your mommy and daddy, and you might be very, very nice to them and show them all the places that you play in the neighborhood. Is that right? All right, does anybody else have any ideas on this subject? How about this little fella here? And he has a Howdy Doody tie on. Stand up, little fella. What's your name?
Paul.
All right, Paul. Now, what would you be doing here, Paul?
Just say, I just bring them to my house and show them all my toys.
That's a very good idea. And now, don't forget, kids, when we're meeting people on the street, how are we saying hello to them? We say, howdy doody. All right, let me try it with, is your name Paul?
No.
Oh, your name is Paul. Howdy doody.
What?
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 What? No, you're supposed to say howdy doody to me then,
Howdy
you see.
doody.
That's right. Now, let's try it again. Howdy doody. Atta boy. Howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
Howdy doody. Howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
Atta boy. Howdy doody. Howdy doody. Let's try again. Howdy doody. Atta girl. Howdy doody. Oh, what? Say, couldn't I say this to Clarabelle? Of course, Clarabelle couldn't say howdy doody back to me. Well, let's try it. Howdy doody. Say, that was pretty good. Let me hear that again. Howdy doody. Well, good. How did you like that, howdy doody? Well, that was wonderful, Mr. Smith. And boy, if everybody did that, everyone would be so friendly to everybody else, and everybody would work together. And you know, I got a little game that I like to play, Mr. Smith. I have 6 drawing cards here. Would you look at them and count them? Drawing? Oh, here. 6 drawing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 6 drawing cards right here. Clarabelle, would you hold these, please? Thank you very, very much. Now, what do you want us to do with these drawing cards, Howdy Doody? Well, what I want you to do, Mr. Smith, now, you see, I need something else, and the thing that I need, I have to get from the flapdoodle, and I'll bet you that I can get it from the flapdoodle by just saying howdy doody to the flapdoodle microphone, because I'm a good friend of the flapdoodles, and because all I have to do is say howdy doody, the flapdoodle knows that we're friends, and he'll even know what I want, and I'll bet you I get him. Want to try it? Well, that would be magic if the flapdoodle knew what he wanted, Clarabelle, by just saying howdy doody. Shall we try it? All right, you hang on to these drawing cards. Come on, Howdy, we'll go over here, and we'll get out the flapdoodle. Kids, you've all seen this, haven't you? Yeah. This is the greatest thing you've ever seen in your life. All right, now, Howdy Doody, you tell them right in the microphone here what you want. Go ahead. Okay. Mr. Flapdoodle, howdy doody. Now, wind the crank, Mr. Smith. All right, let me see here. Now, once more here. There we are. I think unless we blew a fuse, we got it. No fuse is blowing. Like. Well, howdy doody. Look at, he asked for some stuff. What's this all about now, howdy doody? Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Smith, it's part of a little surprise of mine. Now, Now, I'll just whisper in your ear what I want you to do, and you'll see what a wonderful little game that it is with friendship and things, and by using the magic word of howdy doody, how it works out for everybody, okay? All right, now you tell me what you want me to do. With 6 boys and girls, I see. 6 crayons, yeah, that's just what I got here. Yeah, there's 6, wait, now there's 6 pieces of paper here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these are all instructions on these pieces of paper, right? Oh, well, all right, fine. Okay, then I'll tell you what we'll do. Clarabelle, Howdy Doody wants us to get, now let me see, how about these 3 girls? Would you 3 girls come down here, please? And I want those 3 boys right behind to come down. Would you please? There, that's right. Now, this is a little game that Howdy Doody wants to give us. You tell me, what is your name? All right, Dorothy, I want you to take this pencil and these instructions. And you fellas, you stay back here with Clarabelle, if you will, please. And what is your name, sweetie?
Susan Myers.
All right, Susan, you take this, and these are your instructions, and you are?
Retta Coleman.
All right, Retta, here's a crayon and instructions for you. And now your name, little fella. All right, Franny, here's a crayon and instructions, and your name?
Ken Smith.
All right, Ken, here for you and your name. All right, here you are, and instructions. Now, Clarabelle's giving you each one a card, and you're going to, while we have a movie, do what those instructions tell, and Howdy wants to show what that magic name of Howdy Doody does to make everybody good friends, okay? All right, meantime, Clarabelle, why don't you get over there and show us a movie, please? And I'm going to sit here with the kids in the peanut gallery, and you kids with your instructions, you can just sit down right here and take care of what Howdy wants you to do. Okay, Howdy? Okay, Mr. Smith, and you just remember, kids, what that magic word Howdy Doody will do for you, too. All right, Howdy. And now let's watch this movie. And this movie is, what? What did you say, kids? Hey, Howdy Doody, the movie is upside down here. Would you look in the scope doodle? Well, for heaven's sake, well, what do we do? Well, Howdy, you better try your magic word. Try saying Howdy Doody, will you? Well, okay, Mr. Smith. Oh, dear me. Howdy Doody, scope doodle. Oh, Howdy Doody, scope doodle. Do it again, Howdy. Oh, Howdy Doody. There it is, Mr. Smith. There, did you see what his words did, kids? All right, now you watch this. Here, it's our Jones family, and they're trimming the Christmas tree. And, oh, little Bobby shot her cannon, and what happened? Mr. Jones fell off the ladder. See, little Bobby got a cannon for Christmas. Isn't that cute? And now here's little Bobby's Uncle Ben. And Uncle Ben is arriving from Texas. And he's a big oil man. You know, down in Texas, kids, they have lots and lots of oil wells. Did you know that? And Uncle Ben has this big oil well down there. And Uncle Ben came there for dinner. And I see the 2 other guests are here. Mr. Jones' brother and sister. Oh, just a lovely party. Everyone home for Christmas. Here's little Bobby. Isn't she a cutie? And there Uncle Ben put some salt in his soup, I guess. So little Bobby thinks, well, if they like salt, I'll put the whole thing in my daddy's, because he'll like it like that. Oh, won't that taste terrible, kids, with all that salt in? Ooh, that wouldn't taste good with all that salt, would it, kids? Ooh. Aren't you lovely little baby? I just love you so. And here's the big doll. What was the dog, rather? What was the dog's name? Any of you kids remember? Clarabelle, do you remember what the dog's name was? What? I don't quite understand you, Clarabelle. Woof, 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 woof. No. Kids, what do you want to call the dog in the movie here? What name it? Call it out. What do you want to call him? Raggy? Spotty. All right, we'll call him Spotty. Okay. So now here's Uncle Ben. And Uncle Ben receives a telegram. And it says, hurry here to close consolidated alfalfa deal. Oh! Gotta close consolidated alfalfa. So he has to leave, it looks, on this business deal. So here's Daddy cleaning up after the meal, giving little Bobby a ride. Little Spotty comes into the room. So here's the family getting the house all cleaned up now. His uncle is coming back. See, Uncle has already left to close the alfalfa deal, and now he's coming back to see his nephew, Mr. Jones. Hello. Oh, isn't that dust terrible? See, the dog pulled the rug, and he was on the rug, and it knocked him over. As a matter of fact, he fell right out of the window. So Bobby here has spilled something on the floor. It looks like it's glue. As a matter of fact, it is glue, and little Bobby stepped on some of it, and she's glued to the floor, kids. Look at, she can't get... She can't move, she's just glued there. Isn't that awful? Bobby. Look, the bottom of her shoes are just glued to the floor. Can you imagine that? Oh, I don't think he'll give her a spanking. Not in the movie. Maybe after the movie's over he will. Here Uncle has returned, and poor Unc steps, oh, look at poor Unc. Steps right in the glue, and he has to leave his boots there. Oh, now he's stuck in it again. What's he gonna leave this time? Oh, poor Uncle, look. So, Mr. Jones tries to pull Uncle Ben. And he tugs at poor Uncle Ben's pants. And Georgie's got an idea now. He's going to get him this way. Up. Oh, dear. They finally did it, though.
And their daddy didn't want Uncle Ben to see what happened to the little Bobby. Isn't that a cute movie? Do you like those Joneses? All right, well, now, how about our drawers? Did they,
I didn't put my last one on.
did you make all your... Oh, isn't this nice? All right, let me see what we have here. Now, this is some kind of a surprise that Howdy Doody has worked out. You can keep those, kids. Just give me the big cards, please.
All right, what was yours?
Because I'm very anxious to see what these are.
Okay.
Well, now, Howdy, would you, again, just tell me briefly what these drawings are supposed to be here, little fella? Clarabelle, you get them all in order for us, would you, please? What are these supposed to be, Howdy?
Well, I'll tell you if you just don't talk to Clarabelle so much.
Well, I'm sorry now, Howdy. It's all right, Clarabelle, you go ahead. Now, what is this supposed to be done here?
Well, you see, Mr. Smith, I just want to get all the kids to realize how the way we work together and through friendship and how it makes such a much, much better world, Mr. Smith. Now the flapdoodle gave me 6 instructions and 6 crayons, and I gave each one of those there, as rather you did, but I told you to give it to each one of those kids, and you see that each one of those kids have drawn a little bit of a story, and you watch when you see the 6 cards all together, Mr. Smith, and you'll see what the story is, okay?
All right, now let me see. You have them all set? How about that little girl coming over here, Clarabelle? And maybe she'd like to help me with a story. How about it, sweetie? Believe me, I don't know what this story is, but how about this little girl? Hello, young lady. What is your name?
Michelle.
Rochelle or Michelle?
Michelle.
Michelle. Hello, Michelle. Michelle, this is little Howdy Doody here. You're just about as big as he is, aren't you? All right, now, Michelle, could you be able to tell me what this story is from this drawing?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, maybe we better look at another one. Clarabelle, could you work with us, please? You take this drawing away, and we'll get this one set. Now, do you have any idea what this is, Michelle?
It's a doggy.
That's a doggy. Well, all right. Now, let's see if you can tell us from this. You have any idea what the story is now?
That's an animal, and you know what that is? That's a tiger.
It looks like a tiger, doesn't it? All right, and what do you think this is?
What
do you think?
That's Jumbo.
Jumbo. All right, now let's take it up here. What does it look now? What does he look like?
Clarabelle.
Clarabelle, that's fine. All right, and what do you think this looks like?
I can't tell it.
You can't tell it. All right, let's put him back, Clarabelle. Now, let me see what we have again. Well, this looks like a little girl. What do you kids think it is?
A little girl.
What is it? Oh, maybe it's Little Red Riding. Do you know the story of Little Red Riding Hood? All right, now this...
That's Little Red Riding Hood.
That's Little Red Riding Hood when she walked to the what? To her
wolf.
To her
To a grandma.
grandma's house, or grandmother's house. That's right. And here's Clarabelle. No, you're not in this. I'm sorry. And what is this?
I think that's
The wolf.
the wolf.
The wolf. That's right. Who sees Little Red Riding Hood? And here he is. See?
That's
So
the wolf.
that's right. And who is this?
Little Red Riding Hood.
And what's she carrying?
How much is this?
Cookies for
Cookies for Grandma.
Howdy Doody, don't you think Michelle knows this story nice? Oh, I love to listen.
Let's see that one that Michelle thought was Clarabelle, okay?
All right, now, no, this isn't the one yet, Howdy Doody. That's the next one. Now, who is this again?
Little Red Riding Hood.
And who is this?
The big bad wolf.
The big bad wolf again, yes. And who is this?
Clarabelle.
Well, it does look something like Clarabelle. Is that what you meant, Howdy Doody?
Oh, Wolfie, oh, Clarabelle, Mr. Smith.
Yes, well, that's all right. And who?
And that's Clarabelle.
Yes, well, actually, honey, they're supposed to be the big bad wolf. Now, don't you worry about that. But you see the idea? What's the matter, Howdy Doody? What's the matter?
I'm dead, Mr. Smith.
That's all right, Howdy. You see, the idea was that all 6 of those boys and girls, none of them knew what the other one was drawing, and by working together, they all drew a wonderful story, didn't they? Now, that was very good, and I'll tell you what we're going to do. How about, Michelle, after the program, would you like to give a lollipop to every one of the boys and girls in the Peanut Gallery because they're such good friends and been so good during the show? Would you?
All right, thank you very, very much, Michelle. And now you can go back up there. Howdy Doody, what did you think of her, huh? Why, she's a little cutie, Mr. Smith. And you know, I just looked at the clock, and if I think we hurry, Mr. Smith, I can show you another little thing here that'll really prove great, great ideas on friendship and working together. Would you see that chart that I have on the floor? Chart on the floor. Oh, here. Is this the chart you mean, Howdy? There. Is this the way you want me to have it here? No, you turn it the other way, Mr. Smith. That's the way I want it. Yeah. Now, would you, here, I think you want these cards. Oh, look at these cards, Clarabelle. Heavens, come on, I think we have to do something with these. What do we do with these, Howdy Doody? Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Smith, these are all supposed to go on the board in order, and if you put them in order and if you put them the right way, boy, you're going to get a real surprise and see what I really mean when I talk about friendship and working together in the wonderful results, okay? Well, let me see. This says New York. We try that doing right here. There's New York. And Buffalo. Oh, dear, there's my hometown. There's Buffalo, and here's Chicago. And what's this, Toledo? Toledo. Yes. What else, Clarabelle? Baltimore. Yes. What else? Detroit. Oh, howdy doody. This is a great thing here. Philadelphia. Yes. Now, what do you have next, Clarabelle? Schenectady. Okay. And then here's Cleveland. Okay. And here is Milwaukee, and Washington, and Richmond, and Boston, and St. Louis. Doesn't that look good? Well, I see what this is now. Yes, sir, kids, I want you to look at this. It says New York to St. Louis. And that, of course, is the NBC television network. Now, watch. Here are the cities. Of course, New York and Buffalo, Chicago, Toledo, Baltimore, Detroit, Philadelphia, Schenectady, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Washington, Richmond, Boston, St. Louis. All aboard. And, of course, here it says NBC television. When we read it this way. NBC television. So, now, Howdy, what was your idea there, little fella? Well, Mr. Smith, I just wanted to show all the boys and girls that a wonderful way to work together, and you see the wonderful results. Every one of those cities, they contribute one of their letters, and you know what happens? We all get together, and we form the greatest network from New York to St. Louis, NBC television. Well, now, wait a minute, Howdy. I think the phone's ringing here for somebody. Wait a minute. Hello? Oh, yes, all right. Thank you very, very much. And you're from where? Albuquerque. Oh, I see. Howdy doody, there's a man here from Albuquerque who wants to talk to you. You say hello to him, will you, please? Hello? Oh, in Albuquerque and Memphis. Oh, yeah, well, we understand that there's other stations that carry our Howdy Doody show on the film, but you see, what Mr. Smith was just talking about the cities that are on the cable, okay? He says, okay, Mr. Smith. All right, thank you, mister, for calling. All right, bye. Oh, dear, well, kids, there goes our cuckoo, and it's time for us to leave. Clarabelle has the balloon, so I don't think we're going to have time to sing Howdy Doody time. We'll just wave to everybody. So long, Howdy Doody. So long, kids. Okay, Mr. Smith, and so long, kids, and you be good kids, and you remember that portions of the Howdy Doody show are electrically transcribed. doody doody, howdy doody doody do. Ho, ho, ho. Well, howdy doody, kids, and hiya, Mr. Smith. Hi, little guy, howdy doody. And Clarabelle, would you look at all the boys and girls at home out there? Hi, kids. And boys and girls in the gallery, what time is it?
Howdy Doody! It's Howdy Doody time! It's Howdy Doody time! Boston said howdy do! Say howdy do to you! Let's give a rousing cheer for Howdy Doody here! It's time to start the show! So kids, let's go!
Well, hi, kids, and hi, everybody. Hiya, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Smith, would you hurry and come over here today because boy, I got a wonderful surprise for you and for all the kids, too.
Surprise for me? Is the surprise for Clarabelle, too, Howdy Doody? Or just you and me?
Oh, no, it's a surprise for Clarabelle, too, and it's a surprise for everybody.
Well, come on now, tell us. What is it? Here's Clarabelle, and here I am, and we're all set. Now, what is it, Howdy Doody?
Well, I can't do it that fast, Mr. Smith. You got to give me a couple seconds to get ready, and then after I get ready, I'll tell you, okay?
Well, I know, but that isn't nice to say you have a surprise and then keep us in suspense. How long will it take you, Howdy?
Oh, I don't know. Suppose you go over with the kids in the peanut gallery for, just a couple of seconds. Suppose you count up to 20 with the kids, and I'll let you know when I'm ready, okay?
Well, all right. Is that all right with you, Clarabelle? All right, now, any of you kids know about the surprise? You don't know about the surprise. How about this little girl? You stand up, sweetie, and tell me, what's your name?
Melody.
Melody, do you know about Howdy Doody surprise? You do? I think she's fooling us. I don't think she knows. Any of you kids know?
No.
This little girl, do you know?
Yeah.
What do you think it is? Stand up and tell me, what's your name?
Helen.
Helen. What? You don't know what the surprise is, though, do you? Huh? Oh, she's fooling us, too. Let's count to 20. Now, we have to hide our eyes so we won't see. Now, come on. Everybody hide your eyes. You kids at home, do this, too. Now, come on. We'll count to 20. Now, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No peeking. 8,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
15. No peeking. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Well, how do you think I look, Mr. Smith? Well, look at Howdy Doody. What have you got on there? Look what it says, kids. Ask Howdy Doody. Well, that is a surprise, Howdy. What's it supposed to be? Well, I'll tell you what it is, Mr. Smith. You see, I've been reading so much mail, and, it's wonderful the way the boys and girls write me such wonderful letters, and a lot of the kids, Mr. Smith, they ask me questions. You know how they do.
Yes, I guess a lot of the kids, they want to know how to do some certain thing. And what do? Well, they ask Howdy Doody. Is that your surprise, Howdy?
Well, sure it is, Mr. Smith. And you see, I have a lot of problems to settle between, some little brothers fight together, and some brothers and sisters fight, and others ask that I sing them special songs, and they might ask me to help them get well or how to make some things and to do their homework for them.
Yeah, but you never do them anything like that. How do you never help them with homework, do you?
Boy, no, because you're not supposed to, Mr. Smith. You know, I could do a lot of help with the kids with their homework, and their daddies and mommies could too, but the teachers give the kids homework to see how they can think by themselves. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's right, Howdy. Never ask to have anybody help you with your homework, because that's what the teachers don't want. You know that, don't you?
Oh, sure, Mr. Smith. But, you know, as part of my duties as president of all the kids, it's sort of my duty to answer all the questions as well as I can. So from now on, here's my big surprise. I'm going to have a very special Ask Howdy Doody Day. And when I have these days, I'll pick up some mail from the various questions that have been sent in by the kids, and we'll try to answer them, okay?
Well, wonderful. All right, now let me see. Clarabelle, we probably have some letters here. Here's a letter, Howdy. Is this one that you plan to answer for today?
Well, you can't get out of this thing, Mr. Smith. Would you help me?
Oh, aren't you going to wear that? Oh, okay. Well, we'll take this away. Thank you very much. And Howdy, you can sit here.
What's the matter, Howdy? What's the matter?
Oh, you laughed. I think I'm embarrassed.
No, you're not embarrassed. Now, come on, sit up here. That's all right. Here, now, you sit here, and this is the first letter. Now, are you going to read this one, Howdy? What is this message here? Who is this for?
Well, they're all for me, Mr. Smith, but go ahead. You kind of read it, because this hat keeps falling off my head.
All right, I'll read it. Let me see. This says, Dear Howdy Doody, my name is Francis Treathen, and I am 9. My little friend Mary Guerin is only 2 years old, so I am writing for her. Mary is not feeling well, but she says that Howdy Doody makes her feel better. And she asked me to ask Howdy Doody to please sing a happy song for her. Will you do it, please? Thank you, your friend, Francis Treathen from Mount Holly, New Jersey. Well, are you going to do that for little Mary, Howdy Doody?
Well, I certainly am going to do it, Mr. Smith. If any of my songs cheer up little Mary, then why don't you run over there to the piano and let me sing my Start Today with a Song, okay?
Song? What do you mean, song?
Huh? Well, that's what it is. It's a song, and it's called Start Today with a Song. So you play my Start Today with a Song, okay?
I'm glad you didn't say sing, but that's okay. All right, Howdy, you go right ahead now. Let me hear you do this one here.
Oh, start